This is part 5 of modeling Jack Perry's alien motion tracker, and I've just gone ahead and I've made this piece here as best I could to sort of resemble what it should be like. And as you can see, it's daylight hours, so I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to do a little bit of work here though. Let's put a couple of bolts on here. I'm just going to grab this and copy it over and rotate Z90. Pull that into position, and I still have the background image there. As you can see, I'm just going to get the approximate position of these by looking at the side view there. Okay, so we're not using the resource completely. I'm going to rotate in the Y and just straighten that up. In fact, I can probably do it here. Well, actually, it looks all right. I'm just going to leave it like that. All right, let's bring it in. Okay, I'm going to go into edit mode and select it and scale this in the Y. And probably the overall size is still rather large, eh? All right, it's a little hard to tell, so we're just gonna do our thing. All right. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that edge, and I'm going to come up. I want to bring the whole thing in. I'm going to scale Shift Y. No, maybe I'll come up more in that. I have to come all the way out to there, right? Scale Shift Y. I'm going to bring it in. Maybe even a bit more, and I might even make that bolt a little smaller. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, maybe something like that. And I think what I'll do for this, the screw or whatever that would come out, I'll select that edge. Let's focus it on that. E and S. I'll come in a bit, and then I'm going to hit E, and I'm going to come out just past, something like that. E and S. And I'm going to fill that grid. I'll do grid fill. I'm going to do with a small number. And let's see what we got going on here. Maybe I'll grab that and bevel. Just put one edge and see from a distance if that looks acceptable. I think it does. I don't know if that's a good size. Let's actually have a look at something with the bolts. There they are there. Okay. Oh yeah, one thing I do actually want to do is I don't want them pointed up like that. I do want to rotate Y45. Not quite, eh? Alright, we'll just do it that way. I'm going to Shift D and I'm going to grab that. I'm going to bring it down to somewhere in that vicinity. I'm going to rotate Y a little bit off. Okay, so that'll give me a couple of bolts there. And they are. Cool. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to make the straps. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to take this face. No, I'm going to bring in a new one. I'm just going to bring cursor selected. And I'm going to bring in a plane. I'm going to scale this. Busy, crazy day here. Let's see, pretty close to the edge. We'll start with that and extrude it up. And then I'm going to grab this edge and pull it up a little bit. Okay, now I can look from the front. My diagram's a little bit off. Let's scale this. Let's see, Jack's in the background, scale that in the Z, flatten it out a bit, and just kind of match the general idea of how it would be. Again, I'm not trying to make the exact alien tracker, I'm trying to make mine. Okay, so You could do something like that to start with. And I'm going to do it the old way I used to do stuff. I don't care. I just want it. It'll look okay, I hope. I'm going to select those edges in Control B. I'm going to bevel them. I'm going to put maybe 3 edge loops in there. And then I'm going to take the top and Control B. I'm going to do this. 1, 2 maybe. And we'll grab the whole thing. We'll lift it up. And we'll get rid of that bottom face. So one less end gone to complain about. But I'm not animating this. I'm not doing any complicated textures. It's not for a game. It's like that kind of thing. Let's grab that material. Okay, and I'm going to put a hole in this. I'm going to hit I to inset. I think I'll do it this way, and I'll just bring it in a little ways. I don't even think I'll delete that. Now, what I think I might do, though, is I might Shift Alt and click that edge and bevel that edge. Just like this. 1 or 2. Just catches a little bit more light. And I'm going to put smoothing on. And I'm going to get some smoothing errors. And the way I'm going to handle them is I'm going to go into face selection. And I'm going to select all these faces here. And maybe even that one. And I'm just going to hit I to inset once. And I may have to do some work on this. Let's see if I'm, nah, that's not going to help. So what I'll do is I'm going to grab these and I'm going to hit I to inset as well. It didn't work as nice as I would have liked. So I'm going to come out a ways. And instead I'm going to delete those faces. And let's see if I grab these and I just pull in. I can scale a bit. Let's see what happens if I throw an edge loop in here. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem, I don't think. I'm not really going to see that anyhow. I'm going to mirror this over and I'll decide if I want to make more changes to that. So my 3D cursor is right there, so I'm just going to go ahead and mirror that over to there. And if that does bother me, if it does, I'll try again. Yeah, not even really going to see that, but I thought what I might also do on here, let's if I do that, I don't want to blow my curve, my mirror. Okay, I'm bringing another plane. I'm going to scale it down, and in the Y quite a bit, like that, maybe more, and in the X a bit longer, and extrude it up a bit. And I'm going to delete that face, and I'll take the whole thing. I'm going to rotate X 180 so I get this kind of thing. And for this guy, I'm going to, what if let's put that material low. What if I straight bevel this? Scale that in the Z. I was just thinking what I would do is rotate this in the Y and put it down to give some texture to this thing. Rotate in the Y. Again, hold down Shift. I'm going to switch over to normal and push it in. And rotate in the Y a little bit more. Just thinking of something like this. And then I'll put an array in the Y and put maybe 4 of these. Maybe notch this up one more. And I was just thinking of that. I don't know if that looks any good, but I kind of like it. So I think I'll stick with that. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And has this got any bevel on it? Oh, just a mirror. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and apply this bevel, and then I can join these together, and I'll get it as part of my mirror as well. All right, so and then I'll set the origin of geometry. Cursor selected. Oh, what am I selecting? There we go. Oh, I didn't apply the mirror, no wonder. So I'll set, I'll put my 3D cursor right back to this thing. close enough anyhow. And I'll bring in another plane, and we'll make the strap very simply. And I'm going to scale in the Y, make it a little thinner than the handles themselves. Scale it in the X, sort of like this. And then maybe I'm going to mirror this. So let's get rid of this side here. We'll take this piece here, hit E to extrude, scale, and then E to extrude. I'm going to come out like that. Okay, so I'm going to extrude up like that. And probably should have done it a little differently, but we can make this work. And a box like this, make it a little thinner because I got a plan. I've got a plan here. I'm going to take that edge and that, or face and that face, E to extrude, scale into Z, and bring it out like that. Okay, that ought to work. Now, can I scale in the Y? Come out to here. Now, what will it look like if I take that face and that face and I extrude them up? Not too much. Just a little bit with a bevel on there. They're going to give me that. I'll bring that down. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. Let's see if that's enough. Let's see if those are too high. Let's go ahead and mirror this over. Okay. Let's turn off the mirror and come in here, and I'll do a wireframe. I'm going to delete those faces and put the mirror back on. Okay, let's imagine that's in there. Not the most exciting strap in the world. And then what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and apply the mirror, and then I'm going to put in, I got one edge loop there, so 3 maybe, we'll try 2, 3, and then I'm going to take this center one, I'm going to turn on proportional editing and just pull a bit. That's probably not bad right there as a setting. I have to remember when I go into edit mode to turn that off again. Okay, let's see if I can grab that material and see how I like this. Scale this in the Y a bit and turn on smoothing, and we can get some problems here. So all I'll do, I hope, is 2 more edge loops and scale them in the Y. Oh, see, turn off proportional editing. Push those towards the end and see if that's enough to get it under control. And I think it is. That's awfully. I think we need to make these a bit smaller. Scale in the Z. Like, well, not too much really. Maybe we'll do that. And let's also scale them in the X. Push them there. And then I can take this thing and I can just scale this in the X. To kind of fit. Okay. Papa's just making a video here.
I'm going to fix the outfit.
Okay, hang on a second. Alright, never a dull moment. Is that enough, Papa? of a bend. We can go a little bit more if we want to. We could try. How about that? We'll just leave it at that. Let's turn this off. Good idea. Okay. What about the position? Yeah. Okay, now, by doing that, I haven't left myself room for a screw on top of there. All right, and that's okay. Not a problem. Instead of that, I'm going to create screws for on top of here. Just for the fun of it. I might even look at seeing about embedding them using like a displacement map like I've been doing with my other stuff. So we'll see. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to take that, set the origin of geometry, and even cursor selected. I'm going to go ahead and add, I guess I'm going to do 2 subdivisions, and I'm going to apply it. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to do one more. Subdivide smooth. So a lot of polys here. And in wireframe vertex, I'm going to select all those and delete them. Select that and scale in the Z's, flatten it out a bit. You can make it smaller. And let's go back into solid view and just bring it down so it's sort of resting there. And we'll make it and then we'll resize it as need be and go to face selection. And with paint select, I'm going to select down to maybe there and there. It's debatable if you want to go one level further, but I think I'll leave it at that. Okay, I'm going to hit I to inset, just inset it just a little bit, and then I'm going to extrude it down, and I'm going to scale it just a tiny bit, and then one more edge loop there, and then we could try just smoothing. I think I'm going to do one more subdivision. Okay, and I'll get that. Yeah, so let's make it a bit smaller. And sort of push it to the ground there. And I'm not too worried about getting the exact, placement of these things. Jeez. Maybe we'll make it smaller though. And zoom in on that. Let's look from the top now. And just press G and just move it roughly into the corner. And I think I'm just going to copy these by eye. And then we'll rotate them a bit. And we'll see. Well, I think these ones maybe are not quite in the right position. Well, it's hard to tell. Okay, and then you can take it and you can rotate the Z a little bit here and there. Just like that. So we'll see if I'm going to inset them. And I'm sure they're on the bottom too. But I don't think I'll do that right now. All right. So we've got the strap on there. A little bit boring, but we got the strap and we got these things. We got some screws. We got bolts there. We got this piece. More to do, but we're going to leave that for the next video.